Good evening, YouTube. What the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here. Welcome back to the Court of Libaris campaign. Almost said Libris. Whoops. Anyway, yeah, where Khalida is going to be leading her forces. If you're enjoying the series, make sure to subscribe. It's going to keep coming until we get our final revenge on the vampires, which is actually growing closer at the moment. Closer. Sorry, I got to up my mouse sensitivity there. I had it turned down. I played some PlayerUnknown Battleground last night just for fun and had to turn down my mouse sensitivity for playing a shooter. I'm always used to playing the strategy games. I've actually turned my sensitivity down a little bit on strategy games recently too. It may have been part of the reason why I was misclicking so much. Okay. Man, we're getting some terrible frames per second right now. 38 frames per second? 37 frames per second? Wow. Frame rates are just awful right now for some reason. I don't know why that is. I noticed it felt kind of laggy there. Not really sure what would be driving that. Let's see. Let's get our trade resource. We do have a bunch of money. We'll want to have a scorpion's nest as well. It's going to take quite a bit of that. While we have quite a bit of money, let's see. So we're tier 5 here. Alright, so Khemri War Sphinx or Necrosphinx. One is anti-infantry, but we can still use it for basically that same purpose. We need 3 buildings here. We'll have to tear something down so we can fit all 3 of these eventually. So we'll be saving money so that we can start building all of these. Let's start here, and then we'll save our money to build this next one, and then so on and so forth until we get them all. I think, can we attack Itza? No, we're out of movement points, so we can attack Itza on the next turn. Need to issue this commandment there. Not gonna spend that money. Let's end our turn. We got a ton of canopic jars. We don't have quite as many trade resources in this campaign as we do the other one, though. Wow, I just haven't looked at the frame rates in a long time on the campaign, and they are, I mean, it's a turn-in, so I don't expect it to be good, but they are just terrible. On the benchmark, I was getting like 80, 70 something, 80. Maybe just because there's so many things on the screen or so much of it uncovered or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, over here it's getting 40 something frames. Almost 50. Who knows? There's always updates on graphics cards and all this stuff. They may have ruined it. Okay, we completed that one. We can teleport to fight for the Venom staff, and we might do that right now. I mean, I definitely think we're capable of fighting that battle right now. Let's do it. Let's get it done here.
Since time out of mind, the vampire thralls of my warped cousin have blighted Nahekara. Today, we burn out that blight. Hear me, O Asaf! This slaughter I offer in your name. May your venom flow in the sacred staff, that I may shatter your adversaries for all eternity.
Wow, she is rolling so many R's there that, I mean, I think her tongue's gonna catch on fire. Survey my forces. Okay. I suppose I will. Give me just a second, actually, I gotta think about this one. Okay, it's my other campaign where I had all the Ushabti with the great bow. I'm just gonna pause it so I can get my different groups set up. Okay, let's rock and roll. Oh, defend the river crossing. Well, never mind, that's a different story. I was getting ready to cross. That vampire lord's not real smart. He's coming in on a horse and he's got an Acropolis Knight right next to him as well. Not to mention the Spirit Leech.
Khalida, as of demands.
Alright, Spirit Leech that guy. That flank's gonna be quite safe. You'll have to excuse me if I kind of cough a little bit a few times tonight. I'm trying not to, but it's kind of beyond my control at this point. Still trying to get a little bit better. Excuse me. Well, it's a good thing the Screaming Skull Catapult doesn't do too much damage, because it just totally missed and killed a bunch of my own guys. Are these guys constructs? Sure are. What is this Vampire Lord still doing alive? Wait till those guys get blobbed up. Yeah, we're holding out just fine over here. Let's wait on that. Okay, I want the Vampire Lord very, very dead, please. It's just a crappy Vampire Lord on a horse. Dead horse at that. You know what they say about beating a dead horse. Let's bring some Ushabti this way. I guess the Vampire Lord was getting a ton of healing because his thing's already coming way down here. Tans. Okay, Spirit Leech him again. Vampire just won't be good and die over here. Let's get our Necropolis Knights out of there. Go ahead and pull it back, boys. Alright, Tomb Scorpion goes to town on this. I mean, he's gonna be feeling right at home. Okay, Vampire Lord's dead. Pull this leadership back just a little. Let's let them get fully engaged. Make Khalida an exit there. And now that we have a sufficient enough blob, let's watch this. Should cut a nice swath through those zombies. Got some coming in. Oh, wow. Yeah, we need to intercept that. Let's get Shabti, Chariots, Necropolis Knights, and Sepulchral Stalkers. Take that out. Let's bring these guys over here. Alright, so we should be set. They're probably going to try and go for my artillery. Let's get on the Vargulf. Just ignore the hounds because I don't think they'll do a whole lot. Alright, Chariots took down the Warhounds.
I am vengeance.
These vampires already have low leadership. Let's see if we can make them crumble. Yeah, just really dropped the leadership there. Yeah, crumbling. It's working well. Let's focus everything back over here on the Vargulf. Let's get in here and let's put an end to this. Yeah! Oh, there's more vampires, folks. These ones are about to give up the ghost. Pun intended.
The serpent strikes.
I'll go ahead and block this back up again. Bring that over here. Finish off old Vargi. Come on, quit petting the dog. Get the job done. I think he's done for it. Scorpion's got 140 kills. Of course, there's a lot of just zombies, so they got a bunch of chevrons, but I mean, it's zombies. I don't think those chevrons really mean much. This next one's gonna be some Grave Guard with Great Weapon. Yeah, there's gonna be some more serious infantry rolling through this time. Thinking about taking my chariots up here and doing some work because they don't have any cav. Come on, chariots. Let's reset the killing field here. Okay. We're gonna focus on the Grave Guard with the chariots. Okay, bringing in some creatures from the flanks. Group 3. It is you who shall deal with creatures. Okay, put a charge on the Skeleton Warriors and the Grave Guard. Okay, you've got the momentum, so go on through. Okay, got a few units over here to greet the incoming vampires.
Hi, Queen Khalida.
Gonna go around. Alright. Incoming Vargeist. Focus the Vargeist to start with because they'll have the most punch. Scorpion, get on those bats. Yeah, I don't really know how, of all things, skeletons are catching up to a cavalry unit. What was that? You see them like stop their charge when I clicked it at the last second? That was a little bit beyond irritating. Let's wait just a second there. Come on, clean up these Vargeist. Actually, this is going to be the more appropriate spot for that. Just kind of pull back away from there. Shabti, come in and clean. And Scorpion should be busy cleaning house. Nice shot, Catapult. Let's see if we can clean up the rest of these bats. Okay, chariots. Let's set up a rear charge to finish this. While the Shabti and the Scorpion are pummeling away there. Come on, chariots. We're gonna come in here and clean this up. Get the bats. Scorpion's doing his job. Oh my goodness, those chariots are slow. Scorpion, I don't know who told you could take a break. Wow, having massive frame lag. Like, I don't usually have this much frame lag. There we go. That should be the complete and utter destruction of the remaining vampire infantry there. The chariots got very clean rear charge. Let's actually pull back this way. My bad. Scorpion, get on that vampire lord. Looks like they're gonna... They're all gonna shatter. Alright. So that's that. That is a lot of dead vampires, folks. Wow. I mean, that's just strange. Like, I can't even get 30 frames per second right now. I wonder if I mean, they just recently updated my graphics card driver, and then the game itself was updated. I wonder if they broke something. So, may have to change my settings in order to try and get better frame rates on the next video. These frame rates are killing me right now.
Reap them like wheat.
Gotten kind of picky about frame rates.
Sacrifice them to Asa. I grow in power.
So we got the Venom staff, which has some magic missiles. Be kind of cool. Ooh, the Kepra guard. Don't mind if I do. Get rid of this trash. Aw, I can't recruit it here. Man, I'm stupid. Alright, go ahead and get my skeletons back. I take it back. I want my skeletons. Yeah, let's go ahead and get our skeleton spears back. Alright, Khalida. Let's do... Let's see here, Soul Reaper.
My dynasty reigns.
Excuse me. Jar Hoarder. Alright. We're gonna wait one turn and then take out Itza. Well, actually no, because they're gonna be able to reinforce it. Stop recruiting so I can go out of that stance. Continue siege. Move this one up. Actually, I'm gonna stop recording and I'll come back. I'm gonna go see if I can fix this frame rate real quick. Alright, I don't know why the frame rates changed. There was an update to the game. They may have changed some of the different graphic settings or something. But I tweaked all the graphics. I don't think there's any... I don't remember what the settings were before, if they got changed, or if maybe I had the same settings, but something in the game changed. I don't know. But we should be cruising above 60 frames unless we get into a really huge battle. So it's fixed. It's helping me because, man, the screen was lagging around a lot. And it was painful. I've gotten spoiled on having such a nice computer that, you know, it was kind of like crushing me to not be. What? I have a catapult.
We retreat.
I guess it has to be in this army in order to fight. We'll probably get attacked by this second army too, but whatever. We'll fight them both. Anyway, like I said, should be fixed. Should be a much smoother experience now for you all. Should be nice. This place doesn't have any walls, so it should fall.
Address me as your highness.
It should fall immediately.
All shall perish. Arise, my enemies. Rise. Bathe.
Occupy.
Hekara rises from the sands.
King Lemesish is busy recruiting. Maybe grab one more of those. That puts him up to 17. He needs a Lich Priest. Let's see here.
Beloved of Asaph.
We're getting pretty close to being able to unlock that Sphinx mount for the Lord, which will be really good. The cavalryman. Let's buff up some of his own fighting stats. I'm saving money so that we can build buildings for the Necrosphinx and the Arrow Titan. So we're not going to build anything else or use these rights at the moment, though a Casket of Souls could be handy on one of these armies. Help us resolve our sieges quicker. Oh man, that performance is so much better. Folks, I have to tell you, never in my life did I ever think I would have a computer as nice as I do. And it spoils you when you have it. You get so used to having really good performance, and I try and, you know, remind myself that I'm really lucky to have it. And I am, so trust me, I'm not taking it for granted. But man, it started slowing down like that, and I'm like, no, because I've just gotten used to this crystal clear, really solid performance that you can really notice whenever something's not running right. And it makes me think back to whenever, man, I was just lucky to have a computer that could run the game at all. And yeah, I'm lucky. MSI is a great sponsor. They've given me so much nice stuff, and my computer's running nice. Plus, you all support me. And honestly, I mean, yeah, I make some money from the ads on the channel, which is a big deal, but I don't really use that money on my computer. I use it to help my family because I spend time on here, right? And if I use that money to help the family, then it kind of all justifies and makes sense. If I spend time on here, but it's benefiting my family, then it's fun for me, it's good for you, benefits my family. So anyway, the folks who support me on Patreon, that money is going straight towards, you know, equipment and stuff like that. Software, I have to, like, I keep a license of Adobe Premiere, and stuff is expensive. But anyway, that's what I do with some of that money. I use it to kind of help keep things running. If I need to do things like that for the channel, that's what I do. And then those people, it's very, very kind of them. Thank you. If you're one of those folks who supports me on Patreon, you're amazing. Alright, either NVIDIA or CA1 broke something, because I haven't had a crash on Warhammer 2 in a very long time. And it just crashed a minute ago while I was trying to play this battle. And I think I already told you all that after the update I had to change all the stuff in my graphics settings to get things to run right. Did they... And I guess when I reloaded the autosave here, the Lizardman must have successfully injured my Necrotect or something, because he's not in the fight. How terribly convenient. I should have known. So hopefully we don't crash this time. If we do, we got a problem. the first time we've broke something on Total War, but I would prefer not, because the game's really been running really well since release, with very few exceptions, so I'm going to be pretty upset if they manage to bungle the game performance after months of being released to the public. That would be more than a little disappointing, but we'll see. I mean, NVIDIA just updated drivers too, so I suppose it could be... NVIDIA? Constant updates cause so many problems. I mean, I understand why they're necessary, but they cause so many problems. It's like quality checking is a second priority to just finishing the updates. Guys in 6. Okay, got all my forces coming in. Let's go ahead and fast forward here and get everybody up on the hill. So I'm going to be protecting my flanks with Carrion and Sepulchral Stalkers. This flank with Necropolis Knights and Ushabti. We just need to hold the main infantry line while we wreck up the Lizardmen key units. There's a lot of them, because there's 2 Feral Stegodons, and there's quite a few Saurus Oldblood units. Those Pterodon Riders are getting shreked by Ushabti with Great Bow. Don't bring that crap to a real fight. Ushabti set you straight there. Get out. Yeah, look at this. 3 Skink Priest. Another one here. Oh, my infantry's just gonna barely get here in the nick of time. Fortunately for me, Lizardmen are kind of slow too. Let's pull over here and help take out these Chameleon Skinks that are targeting our Nehakara warriors. Get an angle. Get your Doomflock out of my face. Okay, they got their horned ones coming up in the flanks here. I think there's another horned ones on that flank. Right now there's just one, so let's swamp it. If it's gonna come in alone like that, then we're gonna oh no, there's the other one. I'm gonna split my Carrion and we'll swamp the charge of the horned ones and then take them down. Chameleon Skink's gonna get wrecked. Oh crap, we got horned ones. Oh man, they are putting a wrecking on me in a big hurry. Let's get these leaders over here. Get another one over here to help. What group is that? Group 5. And we need to do I have a Necrotect in there? Let's heal these. They need it. Try and keep them from getting completely destroyed. Alright, Group 5, just help take these guys out. Okay, let's get our archers again, which did some good damage. Let's keep targeting down Chameleon Skinks. We are going to need to deal with Feral Stegodons, but let's get some of these other units free to start with. We're just trying to hold the line kind of over here, which actually got a better idea. Let's save this for the more deadly infantry. It's got 6 uses, which is great, but oh man, we're gonna lose this unit. I can't afford to lose that unit. I'm gonna try and pull it away to safety. And I know I'm in slow-mo here, but it's because there's a whole heck of a lot going on, and I've got to try and do do this right at the moment. We're mopping up that horned one quite nicely. The second one underway. Let's see. Let's maybe start shooting some Croxagore with the Shabti. We got a lot of units up here kind of blobbing in. As soon as we take out those horned ones, I'm trying to see where the best... Let's go ahead and kill some of these skirmishers with this special attack. AI didn't move, so they're going to take the full force of it. It should be pretty good. Let's target the next one here, so we'll be wrecking out most of their skirmishers. Gosh, get off my Necropolis Knights already. You all wreck those guys. Get over here fast, fast, fast. These stupid Pterodon riders are going to come down on my catapult, so I'm going to clean them up with the Shabtooth Greatbow. Shouldn't be that difficult. Alright, skirmishers. Let's go ahead and take out their next group of skirmishers. We've laid waste to a considerable number of their skirmishers here. Let's pile in there. Let's swing the carrion around. Those are mostly Temple Guard, though. So I don't know how much good this is going to do me, but we're going to try. So we're going to swing around Sepulchral Stalkers. Swing around this way. We have this group back. Yeah, we got to finish off that horned one. Oh, I just barely managed to save those guys. 9 seconds. Okay, wow, this fight is intense. There is so much going on here, and there's absolutely no guarantee that I'm going to be able to hold this. I'm going to summon a new Shabti there to hold those forces while I back the archers up. Tomb Scorpions are fortunately holding the line quite well. Here comes my summons. Should get right in there and hold a bunch of those guys captive. It's taken me longer than I wanted to kind of clean up this flank. Let's get this group up here because we're going to need them. This flank is holding for now, and they're holding quite decent. Let's keep firing here. Group 3 backed up a little bit. Let's unleash it on these Croxagores, start taking some of them out of the fight. Okay, we've cleaned up. These horned ones are out of control, and they should be gone momentarily. And then what we're going to do is turn around and focus down this Feral Stegodon. I think we can go ahead and start doing that. Yeah, let the Croxagores have it. Where's my Necrotect? Keep these guys alive. So I'm going to heal these guys and then probably have them find a safer place to stay. Let's bring these Shabti up here. I think we can focus down that Lord here too. Let's get group 5 to go after that Lord. And then where's my Shabti group? Group 7. Let's maybe pile right here on this Saurus Scar veteran. Actually, no, let's pile up here and try and take down their Lord even faster. Skeleton Archers did some pretty good damage here to the Croxagores, but those guys are most unfortunately still alive, and more alive than I would like. Let's see, where's my Skeleton Chariots? Holy crap, there's so many units. I know some people don't like me playing on slow motion, but guys, I can't even begin to keep track of all this without it being on slow motion, so gonna have to deal. Chariots, let's get out of here, get back up the hill. Let's get ready to charge again. The horned ones are rolling back through, that's not ideal. A couple seconds we'll have that ability all ready again. Did those guys ever get healed by that Necrotect? Yes, didn't do much though. Just come back here out to safety, I don't want them to die. Alright, this Saurus Soulblood, I want them all kinds of dead. Like, right now. And then let's come over here and get this Scar veteran pinned down with these chariots. That ought to keep him busy. And we'll fall back with the skeletons. Scorpion's doing brilliant. Got our spell ready, and we've got a great little corridor for it right here. We'll just lay it down. Got the sepulchral stalkers. Let's kind of move on through. Go find an appropriate target for them. Team guard with halberds is holding out really nicely down there. That was a good ability use right there. Got quite a bit done. Chariot's gonna intercept that guy, tie him down. That gives us 3 archers that would be free if it weren't for this regrouped horned ones that come back to the battle with 300 hit points and 333 hit points. I don't think the game would be that kind to me, but I'm glad it's been that polite to them. Just fired these guys right here with the catapult. We're holding over here, but not for long. We really aren't in a good place in that fight. We really need to mop up this leadership over here and transfer some help, and do so in a hurry. 306, 333. Can you guys not land a hit? What happened over here? Army has spawned a unit? I didn't know that the lizardmen can spawn units. It's news to me. Get that guy off my catapult. Another horned one here with 1 unit left. Wooden route. Oh, this is bad over here. This is not the place I want to be in right now. Just get on that Stegodon. Keep it out of control. What is this? A Sara spear? You know what? No, just stay in that fight. It's not ideal. Come on, clean this up. Chariots, get a move on. I don't understand how, with all this stuff going on, the Lizardmen leadership could hold up for that long. It's really kind of frustrating. Tomb Scorpion. Let's get over here and help. There's all kinds of heroes up in that fight. Okay, that Tomb Scorpion's wrecking like a boss. Okay, all the Tomb Scorpions are engaged. Let's actually see if we can focus on that Stegodon real quick. Pouring some fire into this fight. Let's fire into the back of these Saurus warriors, see if we can drive them crazy. Okay, the Tomb King's Lord in here, or sorry, the Lizardman Lord is getting beat on pretty severely. Let's transfer some help over here real quick, because our lesser Lord over there is in bad shape. Hoping we can focus these Pterodon riders out in a hurry. There's 2 Stegodons over here. 2 Stegodons. That is not good. Let's see if we can get over here and slither into the back of these. Let's see if we can pinch these temple guards with 2 units. Plus the Scorpion being there and maybe put an end to that. Tomb guards holding out good. Skeleton archers. Okay, with everything routing here, it's group 5. We still got a lot going on down here, but I feel better about. We've got to get over here and help against these Stegodons, and so that means group 7 is really my best option right now. And let's see if we can get. This ought to help speed the Lizardmen. Holy cow. What a fight. Let's get the chariots working down that way. Can clean up. We are flipping the balance of power. Yep. There it goes. Holy cow. So I know it was slow motion, but that is probably one of the more intense battles I've ever fought. I'll tell you what I'll do, since that was slow motion and I already have to edit this video anyway, I'll save the replay and I'll go record a cinematic version of it. So if you all wanted to see it in slow motion how I recorded it, then I'll put a note in the video to where you can go check the cinematic version as well. So one way or the other. Wow. That was a massive battle against Itza. We are going to have lost quite a few units there. Plus we had, I don't know if the assassination was like a straight up kill agent or... Alright, for those who don't want to see the battle in slow motion and you've skipped here, well, here you go. This is going to be the cinematic version of my battle with Itza, which should play out a lot more interesting. Wow, even though I fixed my graphics settings, this one is going to challenge it. Anytime you get this many unit models on the screen, that's going to happen. But man, I'm always excited about new stuff coming up that may make the games just continue to run better. I would hope over time that Total War could do, and I don't even know if this is possible because I don't know how the game engine works, but I would hope that Total War could start to take advantage of all the threads available in processors these days, because there's a lot. So like I've got 6 cores and 12 threads, and I know Total War can't use it all. So it'd be cool if there was some way for the engine programming, whatever it is that does it, to take full advantage of that, kind of like my encoding software does. Because I also actually have a 10 core 20 thread processor up on the shelf. I'm going to be building a second computer soon, and I will show you all. It's the processor that Intel gave me for helping to promote the laboratory game mode. So I'm pretty excited to put it into use. I've used one before that MSI had lent me. It is a powerhouse of a processor. Pretty excited to try it out. So I got all my units coming in here, and then we'll get to the battle. So many units. Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 computers soon. I'm gonna use one computer to capture and render, and I'm gonna use one computer purely for gaming. My gaming computer is gonna be a mini ITX Core i7 build, and then mini ITX with liquid cooling. And then my render computer is going to be the i9 with just a cheap graphics card because it doesn't really need a solid graphics card. But yeah, it'll be a pretty sweet build too. Look at these Pterodon riders get wrecked. Yeah, think again. Ain't no match. I need to get more Ushabti with Great Bow into this campaign as well, because that army with Katap, man. Ushabti with Great Bow are freaking OP in campaign, and I love it. It takes a long time to get a lot of them, though, so when I say they're OP, you know, I'm just saying they're really strong. I'm not saying that I actually want something done about it. Skeleton archers are gonna wreck these chameleon skinks. Those guys get, I think they're getting a heal ability. Stupid doom flock. Some horned ones out here. These are some cool looking units. Now remember, these horned ones come in from this flank, and then over on this flank we end up intercepting. There's 2 more horned ones. Right now I'm using my archers to wreck skirmishers, and they're just bringing up their largest units to charge me first. Here comes, I'm going to intercept this horned one and this one with Carrion and Flocka de Joff, and then we're going to come fill in the gap with the Sepulchral Stalkers, who are an anti-armor unit. Sepulchral Stalkers, I find them to be a pretty handy unit, actually, in the absence of Necropolis Knights. Comes some of the mainline engagement. Lots of Lizardmen skirmishers back here, and they are taking the full force of my Skeleton Archers. Over here, we're in kind of a desperate fight because I need to save my Necropolis Knights, and they are getting beat up bad. I'm trying to heal the Necropolis Knights, and then my Ushabti are gang-busting the other horned one over here. And unfortunately for me, the Scorpions kind of help hold the line. Oof, yeah, those guys getting wrecked on pretty good. There comes all that healing in. Let's kind of zoom out for a minute, let you all see what's going on. So the Realm of Souls is filling up very quickly because this is a brutal fight. It's this flank is the worst for me. You can see there's Saurus Warriors, 2 Stegodons, and I believe a Temple Guard all mixed in here. So this flank is definitely not going well for me. But one of my Sepulchral Stalkers gets free, and as does the Flocka de Joff, some others. So we're going to free up a little bit on that flank, and my Tomb King here is doing a great job of kind of just holding on. I'm going to swing the Sepulchral Stalker around. There's all these Skink Priests here, too, that we're going to have to deal with. So we've hit Tier 3 on Realm of Souls, and I'm going to summon a new Ushabti right here in the midst of this infantry, which is breaking through. So there comes the constructs being summoned up out of the ground, and you can see my skeletons falling back. I'm trying to keep them safe. This is Shabti's gonna die pretty quick, but we've just got to keep this this blob from breaking through before I have a chance to save my skeletons. We were able to defeat the horned ones here, and now I'm gonna be able to transfer all these Ushabti and sepulchral stalkers and send them up here to help out against this Saurus Oldblood, who's gotten through the lines on his cold one, and he's stopping my archers. My archers are currently working down some Croxigors, which is being pretty useful for me at the moment. This Scorpion's holding out on his own. And these Sepulchral Stalkers have managed to get in behind the enemy here. But this flank is not going well for me, and a few of the horned ones managed to come back from routing. They're going to swing in from this flank and start to threaten my archers as well. At this point, the Saurus Oldblood is in trouble, though. He's got a lot of units bearing down on him. I have this one Sepulchral Stalker. Here comes... yeah, I think Khalida is already up in the fight here. Yeah, High Queen Khalida's in the fight already. She has poison attacks, which is going to be really nice, too. I brought the chariots over because this other Saurus Oldblood was trying to get to my archers, and I figured the chariots would be a great way to stop that Saurus Oldblood. Still getting a little bit of disruption on my archers. And this flank, it's getting a little bit desperate over here. I'm running out of options. It is not easy to hold this flank down for much longer with the two Stegodons and all the infantry. This Sepulchral Stalker gets mismicroed a little, but at least in the meantime they've been shooting some missiles into the flank. A lot of Lizardmen getting pushed back. This Tomb Guard has held up like a beast against the Temple Guard. I've actually been really impressed with their performance here. My Tomb Guard have significant defensive stats. And here the Scorpion's helping to mop that up. My Chariots pulled out of the fight against the Saurus Oldblood to help mop up this Saurus Spear unit because it was actually kind of winning the fight against my Scorpion. It looks like it's about to take a dump on his enemies there. And then my Archers finally got free, and they are going to start pouring fire into this big infantry blob right there, and they're going to cause significant damage to it. My Scorpion got free and comes over to help this Tomb King here. Enemy Lord gets routed. We're going to push back the Pterodon Riders who had dropped down on us, and I'm going to ignore the remaining units over there. This flank kind of starts to fall apart for the most part for the Lizardmen, and now this flank is going to feel the same pressure. So all my units got free, and the balance of power starts to sour against the Lizardmen. So, very intense fight. I took a lot of damage on quite a few units and lost a ton of Skeleton Warriors, but Skeleton Warriors are for losing. So there you can see that the Lizardmen shatter, and I'm able to take away a clean victory. Clean, since mostly we just lost Skeleton Warriors. So those Skeleton Archers actually played a big role. They got rid of a lot of enemy skirmishers, and then Khalida and the Ushabti also mopped up some key units. A couple of horned ones, the enemy Lord, and a couple other key units that they mopped up, where the Scorpions just, they gave an element to my army that my army would have wrapped up way too quickly had it not been for the Scorpions being present. So King Thutep here actually was pretty beastly in combat. I was pretty impressed with him because he doesn't have a whole lot of stuff, so we definitely need to get Thutep some special items here soon. He did an awesome job, and then there's Khalida and all the other stats there. So back to the campaign. Just wounded. And again, how you wound something that's undead is a little bit beyond me. We didn't lose any units in Khalida's army, but we just lost mostly skeleton trash and some carrion here, including the flock at the Joff, which is not ideal, but since we were attacked by the outside Lizardmen force, it doesn't automatically make the settlement surrender. And these guys are retraining. They're retraining at a pretty rapid pace, actually, and I can't reach them on this turn. That is honestly a little bit infuriating. What happens if I...
Asap smiles on us.
How cruel would the auto-resolve be to me here? Let's find out. I forgot to save that battle, by the way. Hold on. I'm gonna tab out and save that battle replay, like give it a name. Give me just a second. I gotta go to the right folder. I think I have it here on my desktop, like a shortcut. Yeah, there. No, hold on. Replays. Yeah. Yeah, is it that one? Replays? Yeah, here it is. Autosave. Rename. Okay, is there some reason I can't? Okay, thank you. Rename. Just call it Khalida versus Itza. Okay. Got that one renamed, so now we can go ahead and... Oh, we can't even auto-resolve because we don't... Ah, that's annoying. Alright, just break the siege. This is ridiculous. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, okay, the Necrotect is just wounded, so he'll be coming back. Khalida is inside this circle, so she's going to have to attack and then break the siege to get outside of their zone of influence.
The goddess wills it.
I'm going to move back into my territory over here.
Never tire.
High Queen Khalida.
That way I can replenish faster. We don't actually have any good recruitment over here, which is a bit of a downer. So we got slowed down a little, but because we hit Itza really hard here, it still keeps the pressure on him. So this army will be in pretty solid shape here. I kind of just want to get a move on fast with this army rather than take longer. So I was kind of just thinking maybe about putting some of these Nehekara horsemen into it just to fill up the ranks for now, because it'll only be one more turn. Let's do some upgrades here. Let's do the Sun-Scorched Bones. That'll help out the infantry a lot in that army. Okay, I have enough cash to put in this building to start getting towards a Necrosphinx. And eventually we'll probably just want to... Let's tear that down. We'll replace it here, so we can get the building for the Arrow Titan there. Actually, we don't need to do it yet, because we're not going to have the money for it yet anyway. Alright, this Lich Priest, Lore of Death. Let's go with Fate of Buna, and then probably Purple Sun. Necrotect. Got all these Indomitable Wills. We can't open that until rank 10. Let's increase mobility. Wow, we had a whole bunch of skills. Okay. I don't know what we're going to do with this agent that I took all the way over there. I guess he's going to have to start the long walk home. And that is going to be one long walk. We can put the Kepper Tomb Guard back into Khalida's army, and that'll give them one unit to get moving quickly. Well done, buddy, well done. Put him in a Skeletal Seed. Come on home, mister. Okay, he's got his movement. That'll bring him on home. Itza. Might as well have this army pushed down toward Itza, just to keep these guys honest. It'll give them something else to be concerned about while I
High Queen Khalida.
try and turn something around here. Yeah, we're only 1 unit short, and if we get the Kepler Tomb Guard, that makes Khalida's army in perfectly good shape to come forward
Attack!
and start the siege again.
We withdraw. Get them.
So that won't give them much time to have
What?
tried to get their losses settled. This army, which was a lot more badly damaged, can fall back. Not going to build that right now. We're going to have to use global recruitment to fix this army. There's not much else I can do. Well, actually, no, because it was mostly skeleton trash. Gets us back up to 16. We're missing the Necrotect. We managed to keep both of our Sepulchral Stalkers, so that was good news. Don't really know what else we lost in this army. Can't remember. Let's get the Scorpions. Takes 4 turns. Let's take this guy off. If we're going to be here for 4 turns, we might as well get a little bit more out of it. And then when the Necrotect's back, that'll leave us in better position. Okay, this army's ready to help against Itza. Let's move here so we can spread a little more public order. We've got some vampiric corruption that we're trying to rid ourselves of here too. Let's see what the lizardmen do. They may try and team up on Khalida again here, but I don't know. They're in an encampment, maybe trying to recruit. I don't think they need an encampment. Well, yeah, they would, because local recruiting would get shut down by the siege. So they could be trying to recruit. They might just be stupid. I have no idea. There they go. They're going to double up on Khalida. Can she win this? I think so, because we significantly weakened these forces previously. The only problem is that neither of these Stegodons was actually taken down, which does leave me in a bit of a pickle here, but I'm not going to back down. Let's go. Let's go. Wow, there's 5, 6 Lord/Hero units in this first army. So at least since they're short on infantry, I mean, that'll put my infantry in a better place. My infantry here is going to be pretty solid. Pretty solid indeed.
High Queen Khalida.
The Kepler Tomb Guard are going to be absolute tanks. And then these Scorpions add a whole lot of extra power to the melee.
High Queen
I'm not sure that I like this Screaming Skull catapult in our army. Honestly, I think it's kind of a waste.
High Queen Khalida.
Let's just move everybody in a group to start with.
High Queen Khalida. I am vengeance.
Where'd the lizardmen deploy at? They either deployed here or they deployed over here. I can't figure it out. They attacked me though, so I'm gonna take up a good position here. Make them come right to me through the open. Give all my big construct units plenty of room to work. And my catapult some room to fire. I don't think the catapult's gonna manage to do a whole lot, but I don't really care. Can my, I wonder if this restore will actually be effective here. Or if they can't heal above what they came in with. Yeah, apparently they can't heal to above what they came in with. That's kind of stupid, actually. Isn't that the point of healing? Is healing what you don't have? Oh, there's only 11 unit models. Never mind. It may be topped out on the unit models. That may be the case. Forward just a little bit here. Buy ourselves some space. Let's try and hit that Feral Stegodon. Same thing here. Just need some units to absorb charges over here. Okay, that Feral Stegodon's gonna start getting a pretty significant beating. Okay, stop this thing. Get in there and help. Yeah, that's gonna go my way pretty well here. Let's put an end to that. Okay, get in your own group. Come down here and shut down the Sara Soulblood. Spirit Leech him. Okay, we are tearing up the Stegodon on that flank. This Stegodon over here won't go down as quickly. Let's throw in here. Sara Soulblood's getting wrecked. Now, let's not try and bust their leadership yet. We will Fate of Yuna that Temple Guard. Let's swing around this flank, same thing here. Take these guys out. Alright, main line's holding. Khalida's safe. Let's use your Venom Staff. Come on, let's make it count. No. It's actually pretty cool looking, but it didn't do a whole lot. Okay, yeah, you all actually wanted you around at the flanks. The Tomb Guard? Wow, the Kepper Tomb Guard is getting owned. We need to save it. Get in there. Okay, got rid of those guys. Start firing on some skinks. There's a lot of leadership units here for the Lizardmen, and it's kind of propping them up, unfortunately. It's going to help keep them in the fight a lot longer than they should be otherwise. Let's see if we can put an end to some of this. Here we go. Let's try and take advantage of that. Come on, their leadership's low. Hit them. Hit them. Hit them. Knock all this out. Save my Tomb Guard. Stupid poison skirmishers right there. Come on. Clear that out. I want my Tomb Guard alive. Come on. Freaking take their leadership out. There. Alright, Tomb Guard's gonna live. At least for now. Stegodon's still alive over there. Talk about infuriating. Spirit Leech that guy gone. Okay, another piece of their leadership off the battlefield. Man, that Kepper Tomb Guard is survivable. Gotta love it. Okay, well, we've held our ground quite well here against a fairly significant Lizardman force. Now it should just be a matter of wrap-up. Might as well heal these guys. Heal a Scorpion. Khalida doesn't even need to heal because she's regenerating. Let's put some hurt on here with... There we go. Looking good. Their leadership is still holding, and it's because they have quite a few hero units still on the field. Dude, I'm so proud of this Kepper Tomb Guard. I really am. They did spectacular. They are still regenerating. They're back up to 1,000 hit points from 700 where they were earlier. Look at that. Tomb Guard with Halberd holding on also. Let's see. Death Sorcerer, Spirit Leech, that chump. Well, that's going to be the end of the lizard freaks. That is one decapitated lizard. So Khalida holds her ground. I don't think we lost any units. It's possible. Nope, we did not lose any units. I was scared there for a minute. That Kepler Tomb Guard was taking on a pretty significant force. But they tanked it out, so good for them. Just gonna take the jars off of them.
More secrets reveal themselves.
Okay, this should put an end to Itza once and for all. It won't be their last settlement, but I mean this is really going to be what destroys them. I'm really worried my Kepler Tomb Guard here, if I auto-resolve, it's going to kill him. Watch. Yep. I knew it. Oh well. I didn't want to fight that on my own just to save the one Kepler Tomb Guard. We'll get it back later. We probably should get some decent buildings by having taken over Itza as well. We did. I don't want this one here though. Let's start building that up. Get some more Tomb Guard.
The realm of souls.
That one doesn't really serve a purpose for me yet. Okay. Got a Crown of Command here. We're making more money too. So I think that'll be a good place to call it for today. We'll go ahead and move up to Quetzal there. This army's still got a long time before it's replenished, and then our injured agent. Yeah, he's still out for 2 more turns. We have a whole bunch of skill points to take care of. Khalida is... She can get the Necroserpent, actually. Boom! Necroserpent for Khalida, which gives her armor-piercing attacks now.
The day of awakening comes.
Let's finish up Fate of Buna, because that's really handy for taking out key units. Neck attack, increased mobility. So took care of those guys.
Servants.
Let's level this guy up. Kimrian War Sphinx at 18. Got Sun Scorched Bones. Conqueror. I mean, honestly, that's probably as good as anything right there. Let's take this guy, Lich Priest, Lore of Light. Let's get Birona's Time Warp. Need to finish the jar hoarding there too. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed this episode. That's going to be it. Some pretty intense battles with Itza. Itza though is pretty much wiped out. They've got that settlement there, maybe one other or something, but I think that's pretty much it. So Itza is no more, but they did put up a fun fight, and always appreciate that because it makes the game more interesting. And that leaves us with just a few blue vipers to clear out before we get up here into some vampire territory. There's a couple of books that should be within our grasp relatively easy as well. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. Appreciate MSI sponsoring my channel. Hope that you all enjoyed it. I will see you soon.